The exponent of a power indicates how many times the base multiply itself. What does it mean? Basically, if a number is raised to n powers, then it's equal to x times x times x times so on. It depends on what's the value of n, right? So if n is 10, so there will be 10 x's here, right? So let's take for example 5 cubed earlier, diba? Yung 5 cubed, it's equal to 125, but 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5. Sir, what's the difference between 5 cubed and 5 times 3? 5 times 3, it's just equal to 15. But 5 cubed, it's equal to 125. Okay? Take note of that. It's different. Okay, next law. Multiplicative Law of Exponents. So, the one in your notes, it's written as, stated as the product law of exponent. But here, we're just going to follow this one, multiplicative law of exponents. So what does it say? Bases are the same, and if the operations between the bases is multiplication, then the result is the base powered by the sum of individual exponents. What does it mean? So first, we need to check if the base are the same. So here, take note, x are the same, right? And then the operation is multiplication. And then so, follow lang ka sa rule, you add the exponent. So that is why x n plus n, right? For example, 2 cubed times 2, 4 is equal to 2, 3 plus 4, right? So basically, you only add the exponent. Just copy the base and then add the exponent. You'll get 2 to the power of 7. But take note, this is not yet the final answer, since this one is the exponential form. Next time, you need to express this one into the number itself. So it should be the number. Correct, it's 128. So the proof of that is you're just going to count the number of 2's and the number of 2's here in this group by this group here and this group here. Okay, so there are 3 2's. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 here. 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 2. So 2 to the power of 7. Sir, what's the difference again between 2 times 7? That's just equal to 14, right? This one is equal to 128. Okay, next rule. Division Law of Exponents. If the bases are the same, earlier it's multiplication. This time the operation between the bases is division. Okay, take note of that. Then the result is the base powered by the difference of individual exponents. Okay, so earlier you added the exponent. This time you're just going to subtract. Okay, take note of that. Subtract. Mag-add ka ganiha kung mag-multiply. Kanidari, the operation is division man, so subtract man ka. So for example, 5 raised to 4 over 5 raised to 3. Now, as you have noticed, this one is written as, again, horizontally, but this one can be written into this one vertically. But you may not follow this one anymore. Just proceed to the next step by the subtraction of the exponent. And then this one, simplifying, and then expressing it to the number. Sir, why is it that 1 is not written here? Again, if the exponent is 1, you don't have to write anymore. But if the exponent is 0, 2, 3, 4, then you have to write. But if it's 1, you may not write it. Okay, so the proof of that is you write the number of 5's there. In the numerator, there are 4 5's, and then 3 5's in the denominator. Just cancel. Then cancel the denominator. The remaining one is 5. Okay? Do you follow? Next. Exponential Law of Exponents. This one is commonly known as the power of a power. Okay? So powered by another exponent, the result is the base powered by the product of individual exponents. So what does it mean? So if you put it into example, xm, any number, this could be any number, and n, this could also be any number. So if it's like that, you're just going to multiply the two. So it's x to the power of mn, m times n. Okay? For example, 4 cubed raised to 2. 4 times 3 times 2, right? Okay, multiply ka lang. Okay, so that becomes 3 times 2, which is 4 to the power of 6. Now, take note, this is not yet the final answer, right? Remember, final answer must be 4096, right? So here's the proof. Okay? See, product law of exponent. If the product of the bases, so this one is just an expansion of a certain number, but this one can will make your solution very long. So I'm just going to discuss this one, but you may not use this, or somehow later on you may still use it. Okay. So basically the statement says if there's a product xy then raised to the same power, you can separate the two. Okay? So what does it mean in example? 36, di ba? Ang 36 pwede siya i-express as 6 square, right? But also 6 can be expressed as 2 times 3. Remember? And then you can express that this one here, this group here, as 2 squared times 3 squared. Okay, so take note of that you already have the number, but again, ibungka ka nimo, so i-separate nimo, so take time siya, dili siya practical na law. But this one is useful. Just take note of that. Next. Number 6. Quotient Law of Exponents. If the quotient of the bases kaniha is powered by the same exponent, then the result is both numerator and denominator, each powered by the given exponent. Earlier, we talked about division law of exponents, so it's different from quotient and division, right? So sa quotient, naay quotient diha, naay fraction, and then what happened is your exterior na exponent outside sa parentheses, you're just going to multiply it to the exponent of x and y. So here, what happened to the exponent of x? Diba? It's an invisible one na siya. And then you're going to multiply, you'll get n. Same with y, you'll get n. Right? So example, 2 over 7 raised to 3. You may read this one as like this. Quantity of 2 over 7 raised to 3. Then you multiply the exponents to the outside exponent, and you can get 2 cubed over 7 cubed. But take note, this is not yet the final answer. The final answer is correct, 8. How about the denominator? Correct. It's 3, 4, 3. Okay, just bear with my handwriting. I'm not so stable with the mouse. Okay, last two laws. Okay, these two laws are the very important ones. Negative law of exponents. If the base is powered by the negative exponent, then the base becomes reciprocal. So take note of the word reciprocal. Does it bell something? Okay, does it ring a bell? Sorry. Does it ring a bell? It's so familiar, right? You people encountering this one before with the positive exponent. So what does it mean? So basically, if it's negative, if an expression or if a base is raised into negative exponent, then your goal is to make it positive. By how? Putting it to the opposite side of the fraction or reciprocal. Let's put it to simpler terms. Okay, so from negative, here it is in the numerator, but what happened in the other side of the equal sign? the 1 in the numerator is already 1, and then x to the power m. But take note, the sign of m is positive. So for example, 2 raised to negative 3 is equal to 1 over 2 cubed. But simplified, 1 over 8. So what about if it's in the denominator? So you put it in the numerator, right? 1 over 5 negative 3. Put it in the numerator, 5 cubed, and then 125. Okay, do you follow? Good. Last one. Okay, the zero law of exponents. Any base powered by zero exponent is equal to 1. So basically, anything that is raised to 0, any value, any letter, any feelings that is raised to 0, that means it's nothing. So pardon with the background music. My father is having a construction boat. Okay? So, siguro sa panakadang ko ay mga number bigla sa iya, just it means nothing lang. Kaya mo naman, it's one-sided naman. It won't work unless the other side will work also. Okay? So let's proceed to the example. X to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Sir, why is it 1? Okay, let's take note of this example. Diba, ng grade elementary tayo. And if the numerator and the denominator are the same, it's equal to 1, right? But if you take this rule as a solution, 1 raised to 1 minus 1. Where did you get this 1 minus 1, sir? Diba, ang iyang exponent rate is 1. So then you use the division law of exponent, 1 minus 1, remember? And then what happened is you subtract it, you will get 0, right? Equal to 1. And then 4 divided by 4, same thing also. If you're going to use the solution, 1 gyapon is siya. Same with the other examples, x5 over x5. If they have the same numerator and denominator, that will still equal to 1. But sir, if we are asked for a solution, what solution do we show? So you're going to show the solution like this. Okay? Yan ang mga solution. Am I clear? Okay, thank you. I think that will be all. Please do the activity 1.5 and the graded activity next to 1.5. If you have questions, you may send me a private message in Facebook Messenger. Thank you. God bless. Stay safe. Adelan.